years down the line, President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, through the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, has been engaging in multiple aggressive road infrastructure projects across the country, which is a commitment of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration as a driver for economic growth and prosperity, as we provide real-time, evidence-based site activities progress reports.
Quality road network is the most critical component of our national development and the foundation of a thriving economy. Good roads link up the national socio-economic arteries and hubs of our economy. It is hardly disputable that President Muhammadu Buhari's infrastructure transformation is crucially important to foster our country's economic development and prosperity. Investment in infrastructure contributes to higher productivity and growth, facilitates trade, connectivity, and promotes economic inclusion. Nigerians up and down the country perform their daily activities mostly by road. It is also by road people go to earn a living, farm, and access other modes of transportation like railway, airways, and the waterways. The federal government is currently working on over 13,000 kilometers of underreported critical roads in key economic corridors across the country, including the 774 local government areas, 8,809 wards, and over 44,045 villages and communities all over the country. It is time to tell the untold truth.
The progress is encouraging, and I just want to stress that the infrastructure commitment does not stand in isolation. It is a part of the economic promises that Mr. President made, that the APC made during their campaign in the first and second elections. And it is consistent with global best practice, really, that it has been proven that investments in infrastructure drives economic growth, sustains GDP performance and improves them sector-wise, creates jobs.
But I think in general, one needs to be very honest and look at things critically. What this government has done, the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, is to give utmost priority to the delivery of infrastructure, be they roads or housing, and indeed other aspects of national infrastructure. As you can see, the government has done so much. It's so unprecedented that projects that have hitherto been abandoned all across the country have now been put back to life, especially infrastructural projects. Talking about the second Niger Bridge, which has been going on for years and now is more or less completed and about to be commissioned.
After years of waiting on previous government and their failed promises to construct the second Niger Bridge, a massive relief has finally come to the residents in the southeast, particularly those traveling in the holiday season, as the federal government has opened the second Niger Bridge for temporary use by residents. The journey to its actualization started with the creation of the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund in 2018. The PIDF was created to accelerate the execution of certain critical strategic infrastructure projects essential to the rapid growth and modernization of Nigeria's economy, and the second Niger Bridge was a major beneficiary. During an inspection visit, the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola SAN, announced the temporary opening of the bridge amid wide jubilation from residents, traders, and road users.
The government are doing well. I want them to keep up doing what they are doing. It's good. We appreciate. This is very lovely. Oh, say Baba, say Baba.
Say Baba.
Yes, yo. We love you, Nigeria.
Oh, it's so marvelous, as we can see. I'm among the first people that used the second Niger bridge. Wow, wow.
This is lovely, this is wonderful, we like it. More of it in Southeast. Thank you.
The best. Wow. This is the best of it for the government. They really tried, and we are grateful.
Most of the times we used to hear fake news all about that. The second Niger bridge will be built. But today, I'm a living witness. I saw it with my eyes, my 2 eyes. I'm on top of the bridge right now. I'm on top, as you can see, I'm on top of the second Niger bridge. And I trek from Onitsha to Asaba. Thank you, Nigerians. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. A well done job. A job well done.
Well done.
God will continue to grant all your requests. Because we were diverted from there and we said we are going to Owerri. So, and they said, come and take care, come on. We didn't even know that we are coming to the bridge. So, it's a very big surprise that this is the first time actually I'm taking this place. So, it's a well done job. We congratulate the president and every Nigerian. We thank God for all of you. God has done a good thing. He has done a great thing, especially to this Southeast.
Okay, we thank God it has finally come to fruition. This has been for years now. This is a big relief to all travelers and road users. We thank God and we thank the president for making this a dream come true.
Very, very sweet. Can see I'm visualizing it to show my people that they have really tried for us. You understand? This second Niger bridge, at least kudos to our government. You understand? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
The Honorable Minister emphasized that the opening was to decongest traffic from the old Niger Bridge during the UNTOLD, which has become a nightmare to motorists as Christmas travelers have been sleeping on the bridge over the years due to the fact that the old bridge can no longer accommodate the heavy influx of vehicular movement, especially during the festive period.
Intervention here is a solution. A solution to a problem that has been with us for over a generation. When we move from west to east at the end of the year, sometimes it just takes days to cross the river. But let us be clear, this is a temporary opening to achieve the purpose of relieving that pain and that inconvenience. And we would like your feedback if you get the opportunity to use it, so that we know how best to make it better for you, because it's all about service for all.
So let us first locate where we are. We are in Bodo area of Rivers State. We're in Rivers State. We are trying to connect two communities of rivers, Bodo on the mainland and Bonny on the island. And it's instructive to point out, because I hear some comments that the federal government is not doing anything in rivers. Bodo and Bonny are parts of rivers. This is an investment of 200 billion naira in one state. But the money is not as important as its long-term significance. So when you talk about poverty and you see reports about 133 million people in poverty, yes, those are the problems. But what are the solutions? This is one of the solutions. Conceived a few years ago and being implemented. So this is my fourth trip to this place. The first was to come and understand the problem. And when I came here, there was clarity. 3 previous administrations had tried to build this bridge and it failed. But what was the problem? People within one state could not connect each other except by ferry. So it used to take hours, it used to cost a lot more, and it just was an inhibitor of productivity.
So we thank you very much. May God bless you and all around you. And I thank everybody who is here.
And I need your prayers. Join me in praying that we eventually get this road. I would like to thank His Excellency President Buhari for the political will that APC government has put in place to help in making what we are seeing a reality. We would like to thank you, Your Excellency, particularly, because we know when we started, before you set us up as a peace committee under my senior brother, Dr. London, who had been working right from before the Obasanjo time with me to push for this road. God will bless you. God will bless the president. And God will bless the APC administration. It's my 4th trip to come and observe how much progress the solution is making until we finish it. In a nutshell, therefore, whilst people are talking about the progress, this government is administering the solution. And as we finish here, we will go to another place where we are providing solutions. So when you talk about poverty, for example, infrastructure is what addresses the monetary and the multidimensional poverty. You can see all of the people here in their hard hats. There was no job here before this bridge came, but this is where they earn a living today. If you do an area survey, you will see men, machine and equipment worth billions being put to use. The economy is working. You will see dredging. Who are the dredgers? Mostly the local people. But that's the short-term monetary aspect of the poverty solution that is being implemented here. The long term is that all of them, some of them are already telling me, oh, when are you going to extend this road to my community? This place is going to open up in a way that will simply be breathtaking. But by the time the economic rewards are coming, Buhari and I would have been long gone. But the seeds of ending poverty in this place were sown by the Buhari administration. So let nobody forget.
From 2016 to 2022, the result of the road transport infrastructure project executed by the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing under the leadership of the Honorable Minister, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, includes the rehabilitation of 12 major roads spanning 896.187 kilometers with over 339,955 numbers of jobs created, 8,352.94 kilometers of roads constructed, 250,583 number of road signs installed, 1,663,954.7 linear meter of lane markings constructed. This government is presently executing 83 road projects in federal tertiary institutions nationwide. And this project has also positively impacted on travel time with 56.20% average reduction in travel time and 56.25% average reduction in travel cost. Beside the impact on job creation, travel time and travel costs, this project has delivered an immense economic growth through the patronage to suppliers of the inputs for road construction and the quantity of basic materials utilized since 2016 till date.
So the number of contracts, the number of projects are moving targets. They move upwards when new ones come on stream. They drop off when existing ones are completed. So it's a completely moving target, but it has well over 13,000 kilometers of roads and bridge network in different various stages. In terms of completion, for example, some of the recently completed ones, Lafayette Tunga Road, Iwaraja F1 Road in Ekiti, sections of Nguru to Gashua to Bemari, between Jigawa and Yobe states. What people say, because we measure impact in the experience of the commuters, drivers, transporters, businessmen and women who use the road. What people say consistently is that the time they spend on the road is reducing. 2-hour journeys are becoming an hour or less. 1-hour journeys are becoming 20-30 minutes. 4-hour journeys are becoming 2 hours, 3 hours, and people appreciate that. And this is the impact really that is generally unseen.
We are very happy for seeing this because we never expected this. And before, there are much hold-ups in these areas, and sometimes people spend 3-4 hours. Before, from Agbara to Magbon, they spend 3-4 hours to get here sometimes, if there is that thick hold-up. But now, we can see the road is very wide and it's large for people to move left and right, and there's no more hold up in the road. So we'll be very happy if they can ace the road, and if they can finish it very fast, it will be very nice.
But if time is money, and it is, every time that this infrastructure saves you is Buhari already taking you out of poverty, because you are spending less time, you are burning less fuel, you are using the time not spent that is saved to go and do other productive activities. One of our contractors, for example, one contractor alone has 145 subcontractors who supply various items from diesel to laterite to granite to reinforcement to lubricants, all sorts of things. He employs 145 different companies. Those are the companies that make up the Nigerian household. Your small businesses that sustain families, pay school fees, pays rent, pays medical bills. So, and if you look at the number of contracts we have, and you are looking at one person alone dealing with 145 subcontractors, you can see how extensive the economic impact is. And we have not even begun to measure the impact of infrastructure on real estate.
It will be recalled, President Muhammadu Buhari administration established the Presidential Infrastructural Development Fund, PIDF, in 2018 to fast-track the completion of critical infrastructure projects. Mr. President, in January 2019, signed Executive Order 7 of the company's income tax, road infrastructure development, and refurbishment investment tax credit scheme, which is aimed at attracting PPP financing for road construction across Nigeria. It was through this laudable scheme that road funding is sourced from the NNPC.
So what it really seeks to do is to ask people who are liable to pay taxes to the federal government, mainly companies, to pay that tax in advance before it is due by choosing an item of public infrastructure, oftentimes roads. NNPC, through the PTDF, one of its subsidiaries, is now participating, but they have by far the largest investment in the tax credit. They are investing in 21 roads, and the total network of roads is 1,000+ kilometers. So roads like Bida, Lapai, Suleja, Mina, Ilorin, Jeba, Mokwa, and so on will qualify appropriately because they are major strategic routes for haulage of petroleum products. There are other routes, of course, Lagos, Badagry, the Oyo-Ogbomosho that I mentioned. So roads that were either stalled or that were slowed down have now gained momentum.
Yes, this is Agai Kacha Baro Port Road. It's the road that connects the Baro Port to Federal Highway, Lambert and Lapai Bida Federal Highway.
Yes, this road before we have problem. But now we have started seeing the road the people that are working on the roads, they are trying seriously, because now from here to Lambata, some of our driving, they are moving normally. But before we have problem, but now we are getting to get it well.
Actually, we have this very, very, very fine. Soon we are getting all this new road. It has been 13 years, being 22 years. Don't have a good road like this. We are very appreciative of having this way from Puntua to Zaria. Now, with the problem of there's no road, we are, because of the lack of roads, we are getting nothing, and also some around. We are not having all these things because of our people are going at transportation in the right way.
We're seeing progress. So roads that were either stalled or that were slowed down have now gained momentum.
This is Oyo Old Road repair that we are doing. This Oyo Ogbomosho, and it started from kilometer 43 to kilometer 94. The express. We are here to repair Oyo Old Road, the road that links to Oyo town.
So we are now at Okero. I came in from Eseigbe off Oyo Eseigbe. Now, what you might have observed if you had kept open eyes is that you are in the what I call the agricultural treasure really of the western part of Nigeria. This is a prolific food basket resort, and so this road,
it was totally bad. Caused accidents so many times. We thank God now the road is now okay because they are doing very good work there.
It's a 28-kilometer road. It's been abandoned before we came into office. So we terminated the contract. We re-awarded it to a local engineering construction firm. And as you can see, it's funded by the Sukuk. The last part that we drove to, this is the end of the road into Okero town. The last 10 kilometers we drove to, you will see that it has already been asphalted. On the earlier side, we are trying to realign the road because we're constructing 2 new bridges, and the first part of the road coming in from Eseigbe, you will also see that there is no stone base, so it's a laterite with asphalt, and those roads don't last. So what we are standing on now is laterite, stone base, and asphalt. This will last, and this is what we want to do on the entire 28 kilometers.
Okay, you are at Okeo, the capital of the capital of Kajola local government. The road we are instructing now is the road approved to us by the federal government. That is Eseigbe and Okeo Road, and which the contractor is working on it at present.
We thank them a lot, because in the government, this is what we need exactly. This is what we need. If there is road, nowhere we cannot go. You can see motor now moving up and down. Even though they are happy because there's no any pit, there's no gallop here. So we thank our government, even though we thank the company.
I feel very happy that federal government at last, after 36 years, that our road have been done. We are very grateful. We, the youth of Okwiboku in particular, because this road is starting from our end. We are very grateful to the federal government.
We're right here at kilometer 1048 Lagos-Badagry Expressway, being one of the 21 critical roads under the funding of NNPC and being approved by President Muhammadu Buhari. This road spans from Agbara to Semeboda under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, led by His Excellency Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, who is here today on an inspection tour and to accelerate work on this critical project.
Right now, we are on the expansion and rehabilitation of Lagos-Badagry, specifically the section from Agbara down to Badagry to Seme border. It's a 46-kilometer road that is being expanded from the 4-lane to 6-lane from Agbara down to Badagry. And then the section from Badagry down to the border will be rehabilitated.
Fashola ti bá wa ṣe, bàbá ti bá wa ṣe, bàbá Túndé ti bá wa ṣe, gbogbo ọ̀nà yìí tó lọ sọmọ bọ́dà tó mọ̀, Fashola ló bá wa ṣe ha. That is it o. Fashola ti bá wa ṣe, bàbá Túndé ti bá wa ṣe, gbogbo ọ̀nà Badagry express tó kàn bọ́dà gbọ̀ngàn, Fashola ti bá wa ṣe ha.
Well, you see, I am the one really trying to do the best, lead this ministry to do the best we can to serve people. So, but I think that the fairest thing to say is that we have made it better than we met it. I think nobody can take that away from us. It has been better in our department, in our environment, on the roads, in the housing sector than we met it. And if you ask the contractors, if you ask their workers, if you ask their suppliers, that is the verdict that you will get. And that is good enough for me.